Casemiro sends clear message to Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe as Avram Glazer's shocking move leaves fans in absolute disgust. Casemiro has made it clear Erik ten Hag deserves more time and financial backing in the transfer window at Manchester United as takeover talk continues to rumble on. Sheikh Jassim has tabled 4 offers for the club so far, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe lodging 3 bids. No matter who occupies the power positions at the club, however, their No 18 believes ten Hag must stay in charge. Casemiro fired United closer to a place in next season's Champions League on Saturday, scoring the only goal of the game in a narrow 1-0 victory over Bournemouth. And the Brazil international has now hailed ten Hag, while also calling on the club to give the 53-year-old more time to work his magic. "He has surprised me a lot with his ambition," said the former Real Madrid star. "We have been talking among us, and we have been saying that he is a little bit heavy because he always likes to win. He is asking for more because for him 100% is not enough. We have to give more than 100%. He works a lot and is very ambitious. He has the ambition to change the whole club. He is a manager who has the respect from all the players and the fans as well. But I think we need to give him time because despite the fact we have already won 1 title and are quite close to the Champions League, we need more time to grow up. But we can see he is changing a lot of things within the club. He is always showing ambition to win." United are currently in the midst of a takeover saga, yet both Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim are likely to heed Casemiro's advice given the job ten Hag has done at Old Trafford so far. United won the EFL Cup under the Dutchman back in February, while they're also through to the final of the FA Cup. And should they claim a point against Chelsea in Thursday night's Premier League clash at Old Trafford, they'll be playing Champions League football next season. The Blues have endured a shambolic season and won't be strutting their stuff on the European stage next term. But Casemiro has fired a warning to his teammates, insisting they can't underestimate Chelsea despite their woes. "We cannot be relaxed," added the veteran. "We know Chelsea aren't going well, but they are a huge club that won the Champions League just a few years ago. It's going to be a really difficult game, but I am really happy here. I am enjoying being in the Premier League a lot. I haven't enjoyed it this much for a long time, and since I arrived at the club, all of the staff, the fans, everybody have been really incredible with me. I am trying to give them back everything on the field and give my best." United drew 1-1 with Chelsea earlier in the season at Stamford Bridge. Casemiro netted a dramatic late equalizer that day, cancelling out an earlier penalty from Jorginho. In other news, Avram Glazer spends £500,000 on private cup final flights. As Manchester United limped to a 1-0 victory over Bournemouth on Saturday, the familiar sounds of "We want Glazers out" could be heard echoing around the Vitality Stadium. United's travelling support continue to make their voices heard as protests proliferate in Manchester and around the world by fans who consider the club's owners to be parasites, such as the unpopularity of the family of American tycoons that fans are champing at the bit to see the club sold to either a petrochemical billionaire with much criticized environmental credentials and a poor track record in ownership of other clubs, or to Middle Eastern owners in an exercise that is seen by most as blatant sports washing. The Glazers continue to delay choosing their buyer, playing one off against the other in an effort to leech out maximum value from a club that fans say they have bled dry for years. This has left Erik ten Hag in limbo in regard to planning the summer transfer window, which is due to start in a couple of weeks' time. Fans are angry that once again, the owners are sacrificing the club's needs for their own. The Athletic's Laurie Whitwell's report this morning about Avram Glazer's behavior recently will therefore do nothing to appease the angry horde circling Old Trafford with torches and pitchforks, chanting death threats. When Glazer flew in for United's Carabao Cup final against Newcastle in February via private jet, the price put down in the accounts was £250,000, Whitwell writes. He traveled the same luxurious way to the Women's FA Cup final last weekend, with the club footing the £250,000 bill again. It is understood security and accommodation were additional fees. Even in the context of private jets, his journey was at the very top end. Footballers often hire their own for holidays at a price of around £50,000. The cost of the maligned figures trip for the women's final, in particular, is a kick in the teeth for Mark Skinner and his players, given the restricted budget with which they have to work. Whitwell points out that Skinner's transfer budget is little over £2 million and other expenses was £563,000. The cost of this one extravagant flight could therefore have made a huge difference to the budget for things actually connected with football. Whitwell also notes reports that Glazer's trip to Qatar for the World Cup, when he took his family, came at an even higher travel cost than his visits to England. Again, it was paid for by United as a business expense. It is little wonder that these hideous people are so reviled by the vast majority of the fan base, and at this stage they seem to almost be rubbing their authority in the faces of those who actually love and care about Manchester United. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.